So we got some very interesting stuff in this latest Dragon Ball Super chapter, and I definitely wanted to talk about this one because we got some shit to talk about. Not even as well, like, they decided to skip the entire Frieza stuff since we've already had, like, kind of, like, a Frieza manga that kind of, like, previewed it, and they're, like, saying, like, dude, it just came out, just go and fucking watch it, or something like that. Like, just all read those chapters and all that. You should know exactly the whole rundown with Frieza. So I kind of do appreciate that they didn't go back for that material since we've already seen some of that stuff. I really do appreciate that. So I get that we go straight into the stuff that all of us have been wanting to see, and this is like the whole Universe 6 kind of like going into this sort of like saga, and we see like Goku and we see Vegeta training going in, and it's like even Vegeta's like, I'm gonna pass you, motherfucker, like I'm gonna keep surpassing you. And I like it that we just see from this chapter, like throughout the entirety of it, like he's just like trying to go like Super Saiyan, Super like God, Super Saiyan, and even them are like they keep saying it until it gets a twing to see, it even does it to fucking me, like saying Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, like it does it to me as well. And it's just like, you know, where's he just saying like, can we just call it Super Saiyan Blue for fuck's sake? Like, this is so fucking ridiculous. Look, Super Saiyan God is okay, but Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is one of the most stupidest fucking names ever, and I like how they had to address it. Like that, I'm so glad that that is just something now that's just gotten rid of, like, throughout the whole thing, because that was one of my biggest issues with it, not even having a blue hair color, but it was mainly for the fact that just the name was just one of the most retarded things I've heard in a good long. And for going throughout the rest of this chapter, we get to see, like, actually, like, as they were training, like, Beerus and, like, Champa appear in the chapter. Mainly Champa, he's like, yo, where my brother at? You get my brother for me now. It's like that. He's like, I suppose, like that, and we get to see like his twin sister as well, and we get the reveal, which I've heard like about this a while for the information, is that Champa is the twin brother of Beerus, and he runs Universe 6, although this is Universe 7, and Goku kind of knew about this stuff. He remember hearing a bunch of this stuff, but basically every like universe and all that, there's about like 12 in total, making, you know, a total of 13, and you're like making a total of 12 and all that, is saying like, oh yeah, there's a front and a back, so you know, the identical one for Universe 6 is 7, you know, like the one is 12, 2 is, you know, 11, you know, so on and so forth. Like everyone has a front and a back in these universes, and it's just like, I like how it's like they're all balanced up into these different, like, you know, like orbs and all that, and it's like they're governed by like God's destruction, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, and seeing this shit, it's like, you know, they were just joking around, digging around, saying like, yo, look at this stuff that we managed to find, Beer. And he's like, all right, you have this. It's just like some fucking cups of instant noodle. And he's like, oh my God, what is this thing? And then he's acting all tsundere with like Beer. He's like, I suppose it's good. It's like, dude, you licked that shit clean. Don't even lie that you know that those fucking noodles were good. And he's like, oh yeah, we got this from the place Earth. And he's like, really? He's like, go and find me Earth right now, like that. It's like on our like universe. And he's like, all right. Oh, it got destroyed. Shit. It's like, oh, it got like a big war and it like pretty much even said, it's like, Goku's this, that. No, that's too bad. That happens to us all the time. Like, we always have to get that. And it's like Champa fights this bullshit. He's like, no, fuck that. I want this shit. And he's like, okay, let's fight. Like, we're fighting for like the ownership of like the, you know, the universes and all that. And it's like, okay, that's interesting. We're gonna have like 5 fighters on each side, saying like, I'm gonna choose 5 of my fighters from my side and 5 fighters from your side. It's like, you know, we're gonna have them duking out because we're not gonna have a god battle, because fuck the god battle. Like, that's gonna be a ridiculous fucking power struggle on there. So I like it. There's like, you choose 5 people to represent you, and you choose for like 5 people from like Universe 6 to represent. Now that's going to be very interesting to see. Like, obviously from like, we already know 2 of those spots are going to be completely taken right there, and that is going to be, you know, Goku and Vegeta. 2 of those slots are already there. It's the other 3 that are going to be like, what's going to happen with those ones? Like, I don't want it to be an entire Saiyan team. I don't want it to be, you know, Gohan and Trunks and Goten. I feel like Gohan would probably fit one of them, but kind of like how much of the fucking, like, he's just been getting weaker and more of the pussy he's been coming throughout, like, you know, the movies, the Super and all that, and he's not really a fighter anymore. I don't know, I don't see it. Like, it would be awesome if fucking Piccolo was in there, but then as well, I feel like they would actually choose, like, a troll pick, like Mr. Satan would be one of them. Like, I feel like Mr. Satan has a chance of getting in there if it's going to be a troll pick like that. It's like we're going to have that, but definitely Goku and Vegeta are definites on that. Honestly, the last kind of like team I would like to see on it, like I would love to see on Goku, like on like Beerus' side. I would love to see Goku. I'd love to see Vegeta. I would love Piccolo on that shit. Ultimate Gohan, if he can get that shit back together. If not, like get one of the Earth Warriors or something like that. Get like, I don't know, like fucking Tien or some shit like that. Like give him like something like that. That would be fucking sick. Like having that and like I don't know, since like we have Jacko in the series, why don't we give like Jacko a fight? That would be fucking sick. Like that, like get some like equal like fighting like occur all of them. But it's like for like the side, I have no idea who they're gonna pick for Universe 6. They're probably gonna take different dimension versions of Goku and Vegeta, and it's just like maybe like Champa might try and do some sly shit and like try and hide himself into it. Like I don't know. Like I feel like shit like that could happen. But overall, this was a really interesting chapter, and I cannot wait to see who the fighters are. That's the one I want to see the most. But overall, really enjoyable chapter. Would give this a solid 7.5 out of 8. It was a really good setup to like this fucking new arc, and it's like honestly, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. So thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.